rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people on the place to be. What's good? It's number one Chief Rock Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. And welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast, the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm sure you guys are excited and pumped up to talk about this great win over the Atlanta Hawks. Let's go. Let's go. Let me put this thing up here. I'm going to recap some stuff, but I'm not going to do a deep dive into a whole bunch of stuff, man. I'm not going to talk about the box score and highlights and all that stuff too much. Almighty Finesse is in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Quiet Money in the building. Mega. Corey Lee, what's happening? Man, this was an impressive win tonight against a Hawks team that I feel like is pretty talented. I feel like the Hawks are pretty talented. Right? They're 6-4 or 6-5 now. De La Cruz is in the building. Our Knicks came back from two huge leads. That was fun to watch. It was, I had some fun messing around with We Talk Hawks, just talking noise, a Knicks fan, just talking noise. I'm excited. We saw a lot of great things tonight. Quentin Grimes was super assertive tonight before he got hurt. Quentin Grimes was super aggressive tonight before he got injured. And hopefully the Quentin Grimes injury is nothing serious. Hopefully it's a sprain. But I'm not going to lie to you. He was holding that thing as if it was broken. Quentin Grimes was holding that arm like as if something was broken. And I'm hoping that's not what it is. So there are a few things I want to point out. First of all, Mitchell Robinson is a monster. Mitchell Robinson had 6 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, 3 steals, and 6 points. Julius Randle had 8 assists. Good God, man. Julius Randle is a monster. Julius Randle is a monster, man. Julius Randle had 8 assists tonight. And he was looking for Grimes. And he was looking for Grimes. Trying to get Grimes involved. The most impressive person to me tonight, though, was Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, and I say that, and I may need to give this more thought, but let me just say it this way. Jalen Brunson was trying to dime tonight, man. Jalen Brunson was trying to dime it up tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie. Jalen Brunson was trying to dime people up tonight, man. I'm gonna remove this so I can look at Jalen Brunson was trying to dime tonight, y'all. You feel me? Like that man legit was on a mission to get everyone involved. Jalen Brunson was on a mission to get everyone involved tonight. And I respect that. I respect that, man. I saw him deferring early. And I respect that, man. Jalen Brunson leveled up in my mind tonight in a tough game. Jalen Brunson absolutely shared the ball. Now, all his passes didn't lead to assists, right? All his passes didn't lead to assists. But that's okay because keeping people involved, you know what I'm saying? Getting people involved is something. Your Quiet Money says, yeah, you definitely need to give that more thought. Randall was 2 downs away from a triple-double. No. I'm not getting ready to bash Randall. I'm not bashing Randall. I'm not bashing Brunson. Randall played like a beast tonight. Randall played like a beast tonight. And the way Randall was looking for Grimes to get Grimes involved, the way Grimes was moving the basket. Randall was looking for Grimes. Yeah. Yeah, Randall played good, bro. Randall played really good. And when he got that and one, and when he hit the free throw, when I saw Randall hit the free throw, I was like, yeah, Randall is on tonight. Brunson came out, though, and wasn't just being selfish looking for his shot. The reason why I'm impressed with Brunson, or Brunson impressed me the most tonight, is because, listen, I know Beast was going to do his thing against Atlanta. Atlanta didn't have nobody that can guard Randall. And while I don't take that for granted, it was good to see Randall take it for granted. But to see Brunson try to come out and play unselfishly, when he kicked that ball to Grimes for 3 across court, I was like, okay. See, now we trying to get everybody involved. That was impressive to me. Not that I wasn't impressed with Quickly, and not that I wasn't impressed with Mitch, and not that I wasn't impressed with Randall, but I was more impressed with Brunson based off of what we've seen from Brunson over the season through 11 games. I was just more impressed with Brunson. And then late in the game, when he hit those dagger threes, bro, when you go quickly layup, quickly three, Brunson three, how do you withstand that, bro? You can't withstand that. I think we'd have beat any team in the NBA. When we playing like that, we could beat any team in the NBA. Anybody. Mitch out here with 15 rebounds, man. Mitchell Robinson is a monster, bro. Right? Mitchell Robinson is a monster, bro. Mitchell Robinson, man, they were putting 2 and 3 guys on Mitch, and Mitch was still tapping the ball away from them. Yo, y'all got to show Mitch some love, man. All this, where's the Mitch hive? Does Mitch have a hive? Mitchell Robinson needs a hive, bro. There needs to be a Mitchell Robinson hive, and I don't even know why there's not a Mitch hive. Mitch played his behind off the night, man. Mitchell Robinson played his behind off, man. And Jalen Brunson even dimed Mitch up tonight. That was impressive. You like Jalen Brunson passing to Mitch? They must have had a team meeting. They must have had a team meeting before the game, like a come to Jesus meeting before the game, because Brunson doesn't pass the ball like that. But for him to look up, he dimed up Mitch. Yo. Ron Whitaker is in the building. State of the New York Knicks podcast is in the building. Will Salkin is in the building. He said Randall alley-oop to Mitch was que paso. You absolutely right, brother. Corey Lee in the building says JJ is the president of the Mitch Hive. Yeah, man. Mitch is a monster, bro. Randall flat out was looking for Grimes and Mitch to get them involved, man. Brunson really impressed me tonight by coming in the game and being a willing passer, because we all know he's not. But the fact that he tried, I'll give him kudos. I'll give him extra credit for that. Nick Yak in the building. Nick Yak says, can't make up mind who was better tonight, Mitch or Randall. Both awesome. Both were awesome. Both were awesome. I'm going to give the slight edge. To Randall. I think Randall had the best game of any Knick tonight, but Jalen Brunson impressed me the most. If that makes sense. If that makes sense to what I'm saying. Randall definitely had the better game. Him and Mitch definitely had the better games. Won't understate Quickly's. Quickly had a really quiet, under the radar, good game. But the fact that Jalen Brunson came out and was a willing passer, I think impressed me more than anybody else. Because I know what everybody else can do. I know Randall is a triple-double threat every night. I know Mitch is a threat to get 15 rebounds every night. But Jalen Brunson being a threat to get 10 assists, no, that's not what we see every night. And the fact that he was on pace to do so impressed me. That was impressive. Tom Thibodeau. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm not a Tom Thibodeau hater, right? But I'm starting to think that this Knicks team is winning despite Tom Thibodeau. Right? I'm starting to think this team wins despite Tom Thibodeau. And here's why. Here's why. When Quentin Grimes got hurt, Tom Thibodeau did not adjust his rotations. So you come in with a 9-man rotation without RJ. So now you have an 8-man rotation. Grimes goes out. And now you have a 7-man rotation. And you don't even consider playing Deuce McBride significant minutes, Jericho Sims significant minutes. You just play 7 guys the rest of the way. And my frustration with that is all 15 players, all players that dressed get the same game plan, right? Here come Cully. Cully must be on his phone. Cully, the link is in the chat, bro. Yeah, Cully, the link is in the chat already. Okay, just for Cully. I'll put the link in the chat again just for Cully. Just for the Cully goat. And Nick Yak says Brunson 8 assists, was passing great, and shot 3 great all game. He took 2 more charges. Yeah. 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 I think Brunson impressed me the most because he actually tried to play point guard. The Cully goat is in the building.
Yo, salute, man.
Oh, salute, man. How you?
Oh, my fault. My mic was on mute. Salute, man. How I'm good. Hopefully everything good with you, man. Salute my people in the chat. Salute.
You know we may be cousins, right?
Yeah, man. We just might be.
Yeah, you know anybody? You got any family in Queens, in Inwood, Far Rock?
Might.
You know any Jacksons, any Richardsons, any Pattersons?
I might know some Jacksons.
Yeah, that's my people, bro.
Yeah, bro. We might be cousins, bro.
We might be cousins.
It might be 2 Chief Rockers up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 2 Chief Rockers.
Yeah, you're not getting.
Yo, hey, did you check on Julian Blum?
Let me see.
You know Grimes got hurt tonight, man. So you got to check on him, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
You got to check on Julian Blum, man.
Yeah, I like Grimes too, man. I like.
Yo, you got to check on JB, man. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Go buy him a pack of cigarettes or something, you know what I'm saying? Because Grimes got hurt tonight.
Yeah, I'm mad about that too, man. I'm gonna check on him, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
funny.
Yeah, man. We might have to take him out to eat or something.
Yeah, we could do that. That's funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You what I wanted to ask you, man. I forgot. Go ahead. My fault. Continue, Freezie. My bad. I had to ask you something. You don't hear no feedback.
You gonna ask me if I got some balls ready?
Yo, that too. That's funny. I was gonna ask you to give me some balls, but you know.
Yeah. I keep balls ready.
Yeah, but you know, whenever you're ready, man. Ain't no rush, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. I bought tender.
You bartender?
Yeah, no, I bartender. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Right.
D Block, what's good?
Salute
Mega in the building.
Salute my other people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Mega and La Keith, Corey, my man Corey, Quiet Money,
Quiet money in the building.
Ron Whitaker, Nick Yak. Nick, you already know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm saying salute, man.
Hey, and keeping it a stack, you know, in my pettiness, you know, sometimes I could be Petty Murphy, right? In my pettiness,
Right.
in my pettiness, sometimes I don't give people the props they deserve. But Nick Yak, when we were losing, Nick Yak came in the chat with all the positive vibes. And as soon as he said it, as soon as he put positive vibes in the chat, we went on a 9-0 run and took the lead from Atlanta as soon as he said it.
Was it an 8-0 or 9-0?
Nah, we were down by 8.
Oh, okay.
And we took the lead by 1.
I remember. Okay.
Yeah. So salute to Nick Yak for that. As soon as no lie, you know what I'm saying? You know how as men, sometimes we could be, you know what I'm saying, petty Pendergrass, right? and not want to give dudes their credit for stuff. But my man came in and he was like, nah, man, positive vibes. As soon as he said it, the Knicks went on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, that was huge, man. Yo,
yeah,
that was huge.
Yeah.
And they won that run, yo.
Yeah.
That was a good game. I wanted to ask you how you feel about the game tonight.
I felt like we won that game despite Tom Thibodeau.
Just to spite him?
No, despite
him. Okay.
Yeah. I think Tom Thibodeau was working for the ops. I think Tom Thibodeau had a Hawks shirt on underneath his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think tonight, I think Tom Thibodeau was the Hawks star witness. You know what I'm saying? Because there were some things that that made me scratch my head. Like when Quentin Grimes went out of the game, he didn't even give Deuce McBride any minutes. And then it was nip and tuck, back and forth. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad coach, right? I'm just saying tonight,
I'm
I was just like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing with him, he's more of I think he's a fire him up kind of coach. You know what I mean? Like let me put a fire under these guys. I don't know about an X and O coach. Although I will say he called that timeout. That's when they came out on that run. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, he got him fired. He did so whatever he did in that timeout. But yes, you know, you're right.
Right.
Where was McBride? You know, for Trey, Bogdanovich. Some guys Bogdanovich kept him in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so if you know Jalen Johnson, Sadiq Bey, and Bogdanovich are all, you know what I'm saying, knocking down threes and all that stuff, why not try to improve the perimeter defense? Now, we won, and I'm glad we did. But when Quentin Grimes, let me say this. I think Quentin Grimes is hurt for real, bro. Because when that man,
okay, Cam Reddish just scored. Yeah, okay, I'm listening.
When that man got hit on his arm, and I saw that man have that hunch in his back. You know what I'm saying? You know when something hurts so bad, you get that little, you know what I'm saying? When I saw that, I was like, ooh.
You know what? I just feel I like Grimes. I feel like he's definitely out Friday. I feel like
he might be out weeks, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
Was it a bruise? I heard it was a bruised left hand, but I'm not sure.
I don't know
not a shooting hand, but it could. I think he's out Friday. I don't know. I think it's day to day. No time.
If it was a bruise, they would have just sat him on the bench and tried to figure it out. They walked that man straight in the back.
He went straight to the back. Yeah.
Yeah, and the assistant coach was holding his arm. Yeah.
I mean, I hope speedy recovery for Grimes.
Yeah, so I hope it's a bruise.
I hope it's only a bruise. Yeah.
But if
ice,
hey, Goat, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If that man act like that over a bruise, he's soft. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian. Yeah.
If he acting like that over a bruise, bro, he ain't tough. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to say that I'm the toughest guy in America. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it looked like he hurt for real. I hope he's not, but it looked like he hurt for real.
Yeah, State just said he might have broke his wrist.
Yeah.
It's something. I think it's something on that. That this part of the hand. Something like
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, yeah.
Right up there. I don't. Yeah.
Hey, put that down, bro. You intimidating us.
My bad. My bad. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He putting a
Yeah.
Timmy on us, bro.
I don't want nobody to get in trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? Left hand, he would be back sooner or later. Yeah, it's not a shooting hand, but Yeah, I mean, what's funny? Tibbs will probably he probably tell Grimes have Grimes put some tape over that, like
Yep.
that piece that Jalen didn't JB have a piece on his hand?
Yeah,
Yeah, he might have Grimes do something like that. I can see him making Grimes with that for like the rest of the season or something. Tibbs do not play when it comes to attendance. Tibbs is one of those guys. Are you hurt? Can you still come in? I need you. He's one of them guys. Like the managers at jobs.
right.
You tell them you hurt, and they ask you again. Do you still come in?
Yeah,
That's Tibbs.
yeah.
That's Tibbs for you. Yeah.
Right, right.
I do love. I love the spark though. Let me ask you a question, Freezie. What do you think of Jalen Johnson? Yeah.
Me likey.
Yo, that's the first time I think. I mean, I don't really watch the Hawks. I mean, of course I watch basketball, but
We passed him up to draft Grimes.
to draft Grimes. Yes, that's the
Yeah.
guy. He was there. He was available, and I wanted him.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I wanted a wing 2 years later as well. That's one of the guys I wanted. Only thing with him, he's not the best shooter, but I think he made a 3 against us tonight.
Oh, he was hot. He was hot tonight, bro.
Yeah, and they say he wasn't the best shooter coming out of the draft. He wasn't that was his weak spot. But other than that, they said he's a good overall player. I think didn't the Knicks didn't want any piece of him because his attitude, quote unquote, he's a Duke kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Remember,
so
he was supposed to be a top 5 pick, but then he only played 11 games at Duke and quit.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And he did the same thing in high school. You know what I'm saying? He quit his team, and then but he's so talented that
the kid could ball, man. I think what's funny. Not to cut you off. I think he ignited Randall, yo. I think he got that one little block on him. When Randall drove to the lane, got that. After that, I seen Randall start bugging out. After that, I seen Randall start going off. And I think it's funny because you can say I think every player has their team that they cook. I think for Randall it might be the Hawks, yo. For RJ, RJ got the Celtics. I think for Randall it might be the Hawks. That might be his team to just. Because it's personal. I heard the announcer say it. These teams have have some history. I think it's personal with the Hawks. I think Randall every time he plays, then he wants to get at him for that that playoff series.
Right.
So
right.
I give Randall that, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Let me. Yo, why did that beat just make me think Rock Mossy when I hear it?
It does. I mean, he has that off kilter flow where he's just like where he's. Now I want to say all over the place because there's a method to his madness, but
nothing like Rock Mossy. But
what?
Sorry, that's nothing.
It needs a random sample from a 1970s record that's looping over and over a little bit though.
This sound like nothing like Rock Mossy?
Nah. Rock Mossy? Nah. That beat? Nah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I can hear someone else, not Rock Mossy though.
Salute,
because of the way he raps. Salute, Jay. How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Doing all right, man. Salute, Freezie.
Salute, sir. Salute. I think, I know Rock Mossy got more of a. This music here was clear, but there's a little thing, the little whatever it is that come in. It kind of remind me of
like the strings. A little bit of the strings.
So, but anyway, so Cully, what do you rank Rock Mossy? Is he pretty good?
I think so. Yeah, he's good.
I think so, bro. I love him, bro.
He's solid. Yeah, Rock Mossy's solid, man.
I mean, he's really from an earlier era in hip hop, but luckily in today's era, in today's age, you can put out whatever you like, and if it's good, it's gonna attract somebody. It's gonna
Oh yeah,
attract a base.
yeah. He got the
Like
older crowd.
like
I'm
the underground. The underground now is different than the underground like 20 years ago.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
definitely got the underground. He got the older crowd. I'm part of the older crowd, so
Yeah,
I bar these young dudes up, bro.
that's what I like to hear. Huh? I
Yeah,
like to hear that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Y'all hear a beat playing in the background?
no, I'm good. You
Yeah,
good,
I
bro?
don't
Okay.
hear nothing.
No, I'm downstairs. My nephew, he's my nephew makes beats too. He's in there rapping right now. I can hear him.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I ain't want no feedback coming on here. But yeah,
How old is he? Is he a teenager? Are he a younger dude?
my nephew, he'll be 19 in this month.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he a man.
he makes beats. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I got some music coming, Freezie. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh,
bro.
that sounds sinister.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's all I can say, man. I got some. I'm blocked back in. You know what I mean? I always say this, but I'm locked back in, man.
um,
Everybody gonna see.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know we all love your talent, bro. I used to play the lemon pepper freestyle at work. They're like, yo, we tired of who the hell is Cully? You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
That's
yeah,
funny.
man.
Thank you, Freezy. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
I got some
I used
better.
to play that thing at work. People mad. Why you always be playing that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But anyways, on this Nick stuff, Goat, I ain't gonna lie. Tibbs, how you down two starters
Mhm.
and you don't even consider playing Jericho Sims or Deuce McBride?
Especially with the fact that we did need some size out there, a little something.
Yeah.
We needed some size, man. Like Jericho could have helped. We had that. Come on,
That
Sadiq Bey and
that kid, Jalen Johnson was flying all over the place like nothing.
yo Dre. I was just saying, like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, this is a guy I think we could have had. And I remembered, yeah,
If you're looking up his stats right now, he's averaging 15 on
oh,
60% from the field,
you know what's
47 from
crazy?
three.
Not to cut you off, Dre. My bad. You know what's crazy?
You good,
The
bro?
Hawks drafted him and was it Sharif Cooper, right?
Yeah,
They
Shrew
and it's
Cooper
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
the
and
league
it's
no more.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's what I say. It's crazy because like Jalen Johnson, it's like they drafted him and kept him like on the low. Like I think they stashed him, right? I think they stashed him in the other league. I think, but they had him like I feel like they had him up and down, up and down, up and down, like in the the G League
Yeah,
and the
because
Yeah.
camps.
he wasn't gonna get consistent playing time, so they just sent
Right,
him
a
down
lot of
to
guys in
the
front of
G.
him.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
John.
he was immature, bro. He wasn't ready.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
ready.
He's a kid. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like I'm happy. I mean, good for him. He looked like he might have a shot. And I think he played well today. Like you said, he was all over the place. Every time I kept seeing this guy fly everywhere, yo. And
And we
I'm
were
like,
leaving him open. He was knocking him down. So
yeah. And he
Yeah.
came into the league, and that was known as supposed to be like one of his
he
weaknesses.
was a non-shooter.
Scouting report,
Non-shooter.
yeah, he couldn't shoot at all. He had everything else. He had some good all around game, lefty, athletic, lefty, just everything else, just couldn't shoot. And now this guy's out here pulling, taking they daring him to shoot. He's pulling. I'm just like, wow.
I'm gonna say this about him. I think he can shoot. He didn't have confidence because the form and everything. See, the thing is with a Duke small forward, even if you can't do a thing, the potential for you is there. It's like playing shortstop for the Yankees, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying, something like that. If you play small forward for Duke, you special. Like they ain't just gonna put a random cat there. You know what I'm saying? And Atlanta drafted Duke small forwards 3 years in a row trying to catch lightning in the bottle when they finally did it. Right? They drafted Cam Reddish, they drafted Johnson and AJ Green. I mean, and
Hey,
AJ,
Griffin.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Adrian
yeah,
Griffin's still on the squad though, right?
Yeah,
yeah, he's on the squad.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he's hurt, but he didn't play tonight at
Right,
all.
right, right.
I think he fallen out of favor there.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah,
possible. I thought he was solid
that's
for
what
them.
it feels like because they played Wes Matthews and didn't play him.
Yeah,
And they
right,
gave him spot minutes.
Yeah,
For
right.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not hurt. They just not playing him.
They
He's
just
out of the
not playing him.
rotation.
I think
He's
it's
getting
too much
DNPs.
duplicity. It's
Yeah,
too much
they have
duplicity.
multiple guys that multiple combo guards slash wings that kind of
Yeah, they
just
got
overlap.
Bogey, Johnson, Hunter,
Hunter,
and
yeah.
yeah, they ain't great to put
Bay,
Griffin
you
in
got
there.
Bay. They don't got
And
no
Bay,
spot
yeah.
for. And Bay, I mean, he's a better scorer than Adrian Griffin right now. So why not?
And his best skill set is the fact that he can shoot, but Bogey and Bay do that already.
Right.
Right.
And you got Jalen Johnson flying everywhere. So yeah, you got some guys that can
Yeah.
make it work.
I did say Freezy, like I did say, like I said yesterday, I think we would have an easier time like stopping the Hawks. I didn't think it was going to be this tight of a game, but if we look at like we're built to stop the pick and roll offense. So they relied on their shooters to basically bail them out. Like Bogey and Bay were playing out of their minds,
Yeah.
but out of the pick and roll for the vast majority of the game, Trey couldn't get nothing. DeJounte couldn't get nothing individually. Like they couldn't use that to score for themselves. Mitch was holding down the paint. I will say Trey did get 16 assists, but a lot of those were like guys just hitting shots, like above their weight level. Like Bogey is a very good shooter, but at one point he had 26 points on 13 shots.
Yo, that's 50%. Yo, the
And you
guy. Sorry, go ahead.
but the reason why we beat Atlanta tonight is because those first threes they were hitting, man, we had dudes inside their jerseys, bro, and they were still going down. Right? When you look at those early bogey threes,
That
we were like
gives guys
right,
confidence.
yeah, we were right there inside their shirt,
A
and they were
couple of
knocking
them
them
though,
down.
I'm saying a couple of them though, we fell asleep in transition.
Yeah, the
Just
Jalen
yeah,
Johnson one in the corner, the Jalen Johnson one in the corner where Trey Young just threw it ahead, and my man was over there just by himself with a open gym three.
yeah,
I mean, ain't nothing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just poor transition defense. But
yeah.
but
But
and a dude hustling.
but like you said earlier, confidence matters, and once you get role players hot going early,
Yeah.
it could be
Yeah.
a long night.
Yeah.
And they had their role players going. Fortunately, it slowed up. They didn't hit that tough shot at the end, but I
Yeah.
think I think I think we played sound defense. It's just guys made shots. We couldn't put them away, and we shot a very good percentage. I want to say like midway through the fourth quarter, we only had 7 free throws attempted. Period.
Right.
And that partially had to do with us making jumpers, but we need RJ badly for these paint touches,
If we
for these
going
rim
Yeah,
pressure.
if Grimes is out for significant time, we gonna need RJ bad.
Yo, you're gonna need all the big guards. Yeah,
You're gonna need RJ bad, but I think you know what's gonna happen. I think Tibbs is gonna start Dante
I
if
think he
Grimes is
should.
out. If
But
Grimes is out and RJ's in, I think
either way though, either way, if you start, it don't matter if you start Hart or DiVincenzo or whoever quickly, whoever you start, right?
you're down a guard.
The mere fact that Deuce McBride can't shoot is gonna hurt us.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? That's the part I'm talking about. Like, however, we get the guys minutes in the upper part of the rotation, whatever. I don't care if he mix and match or whatever. But whoever the ninth man is gonna be, if
he
Grimes is
doesn't
out
shoot
for
at
say
a
a month,
40% clip like Grimes does. So,
right,
Well, what
right,
about
even if Grimes
40?
doesn't necessarily take, he's
What
not
about the
gonna do it.
what about the
He
guy that
he
we should trade? Fournier. No.
he's not gonna do that, man.
yeah, because
Fournier is an $18 million trade placeholder. They now risking him getting hurt for
Man.
nothing.
And they
I
think
don't
so.
think
I
they
guess
trade him, bro.
they'll just take any call for him then. I guess.
No, they ain't gonna trade him. They're gonna let his money come off. Why would they trade him now?
Well, I'm saying if they were to trade him, it would be for the hypothetical star, but I don't see that star out there right now.
Right, right,
But
right,
that's what they're holding him for. If we go by past the deadline and we have some injuries coming down the stretch, I fully expect him to play
right.
Right.
in a scenario like that. But for now, Tibbs is going 8-man rotations in November on a back to back. Like that man is a psychopath.
He crazy. He crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
you know what
saying.
I'm
It's
saying?
too early. It's too early for that. That's not good, man. I ain't feeling that.
Like you go around the league and you watch like the Miami Heat play, and they got a bunch of nobodies playing,
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You
and
have to use your
they go 9 and 10 deep because they know November matters, but April, May, and June matter the most.
Right.
yeah. Why are you not using your your depth? That's why it's called depth. I just don't like it, man. I don't like
Like,
it.
and if you don't use these guys, they're never gonna be ready when they're called upon.
Right. That's why it just throws me off. Yeah, it's so confusing.
But but for the game. I'm glad we won. A
Right.
lot of I don't want to have too many gripes with Brunson, but yeah, that man is not no point guard. That man is just a scorer.
He's just a pure scorer.
Yep.
Yeah,
Told you.
because he was just like for the first 3 quarters of the game, he was just making all types of terrible reads, late passes,
Late passes. Yep.
jumping in the air, not knowing what to do after he jumped in the air, getting turnovers, and it's just like, bro, just
And you know why why him and Josh Hart and DiVincenzo do that jump pass
well,
is because they're short.
yeah, I was gonna say because they
It's
can't
because
see
they're
over the
short.
defense. They
Yeah.
can't see over the defense.
Yeah, it's because they're shorter players. That's the only reason why they jump.
Well,
Because the thing is, in when when you start basketball, like when you start basketball at about 5th grade, your coaches tell you never jump in the air and make a decision. Right? You're not ever supposed to jump in the air and make a decision.
I was about to say,
Exactly.
I was just about to say, is that because they was taught that? That's what I was gonna say.
Nah, you know.
But they was taught the
Because
opposite, though. Yes.
because you're putting yourself in peril because the look that you might be anticipating might not be there in
Right.
that split second of you
And
jumping
then
in
what?
the air.
And then you got to
You
get
got
rid
to
of
come
it.
down. And then,
Yeah. So either way, it's a turnover.
yeah, it's a turnover.
Yep.
That's why big playmakers are so coveted because they can just keep a live dribble and survey the court at all times. That's why when you watch, even though LaMelo gets turnovers because he's just overall a chance taker, the reason why he keeps a live dribble and like dribbles underneath the rim and, and continues his dribble is because he can see everything for the
Yep.
most part, considering who he's
6'7".
for who's guarding him. It's part of the reason why Magic Johnson was as great as what he was as a playmaker.
Right.
And why LeBron is LeBron. So
Right. That's what I was thinking of next. I mean, and they tell you never pick up. Well, Clark Frazier says it. Or every time he commentates, he says it. Don't pick up your dribble.
Don't
Just
pick up
no
keep
your
it alive.
cross court passes.
Yeah,
Right.
no cross court passes. Keep up your dribble. Move around. He says it all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Simple mistakes, yo.
Yeah.
And
So we got Washington Friday. I
It's a
think that's a
winnable.
dub.
Yeah, it's a
that,
winnable.
that's a tourney game.
Yeah. That should be a
Oh,
dub
it is?
for us.
Yeah,
That should be easy.
they're an unserious organization
how many-
over there right now.
How many points do they allow a game?
Oh.
I don't know, but it's probably that. I know it's over 120.
It's almost 200, yo, but it's not there. But it's a lot. Yeah, they average team opposition averages a lot. Every time I see, it's bad, yo.
They're an undisciplined, unserious organization right now.
Yeah.
And for the people that thought, Jordan Poole would go off because he had his own team,
Right.
this is what it looks like. Like Freezie, this Jordan Poole, like when we talk about like how Brunson is like high volume and how Randall is high volume,
Right.
they can battle through being game planned for. Jordan Poole is getting that crash course where life isn't as easy when you're when you're not the fourth option.
Right.
Yeah, like
crash course.
He has a full. Who's the coach? He has a full green light.
Neon green light.
Ultraviolet, bro. He like
ultraviolet. Yo, Jordan Poole, you're gonna lead this team. You're the captain. That's what he got,
bro. And yeah,
they blew a 30-point. Was it 28-point lead to the Raptors the other day too?
They were up 16. They were up 16 with 6 minutes to go, and they didn't score another point.
Yeah, I saw that. I would have benched everybody, bro.
That's
I would have legit benched everybody.
And
who's the coach again? The coach is
Wes Unseld.
Son. Oh my god.
Oh, it's Wes Unseld Jr., right?
Junior, he got that job because of his pops, literally.
But the dude is a good guy. I have him on a coaching level with Jamal Mosley and JB Bickerstaff.
But you can't
now that's not upper echelon. That's about average NBA coach, right?
Bickerstaff is horrible.
But I just don't think over the years, bro, they just never gave him talent.
Yeah, Wes Unseld, right?
Yeah, they just
after
with Benny Avdija and
what you supposed to do when Kyle Kuzma is supposed to be your best player?
and Porzingis is hurt every other game. Remember last year?
Porzingis was actually healthy last year. He played like 70 games last year.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Now the year before that, he was hurt.
It was solid for them. That's why that's why he had such high value over the offseason.
Yeah, he had a career year basically.
Teams were looking looking to grab him in the summer.
Like statistically, he was better than his All-Star year before he tore his knee up with it.
Right. He's looking good.
You're right. I'm wrong on that one. Yeah, you're right. Man.
But outside of that team is just.
Oh yeah, they
Freezie. They remind me of the late 2000s Wizards with the Nick Young Wizards. That's what they.
Oh yeah.
The Nick Young, JaVale McGee, Andre Blatch, Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, you mean like Wizards. Before the Wizards? Before that, when they had
before John Wall.
Before John Wall.
With Eddie Jordan.
When they were so bad, they got the #1 overall pick and drafted John Wall.
Antoine Jameson. Yeah, Antoine Jameson and Deshaun Stevenson.
Jameson was gone by then.
Jameson was with the Lakers by then.
Oh,
they had the only thing they had was Gilbert Arenas, and he had a messed up knee.
Karan Butler, yeah.
And they drafted John Wall, but before then they had Andre Blatch and he had Case, Nick Young,
they had a bunch of trash.
Yeah, he was a joker. Yeah, he was
They literally play like that right now. That's how they play.
Yeah.
So the Wizards give up 94 shots a game, bro.
That's a lot. We might get 120 shots because of the rebounds over them. And so they give up 94 shots a game, and they give up 122.5 points a game. Oof.
Right? And then the thing about it, their calling card, which if you can call it that, their calling card is they're 11th in the NBA and perimeter defense and field goal percentage against for 3-pointers. Right? I think that's impressive for a garbage team.
But what's their points in the paint, though?
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say. But I was gonna say, but that plays into the hands of the Knicks, right?
We not gonna shoot good anyway. So,
right. And the thing about it is they give up the most rebounds a game.
Oh,
they don't have no size either.
Yeah. They give up 51.4 rebounds a game to the opponent.
Mitch is gonna feast. Like we have a pivot for when we can't shoot, which is often. Yeah, that's the rebounding game.
Yeah, they only got Daniel Gafford with size. That's all they got.
And see this game here, in my opinion, you know how somebody said that Randall usually goes off against the team. I don't think it's Atlanta. I think it's the Wizards, bro. Historically, every time I remember Randall playing the Wizards, it's like they always put a similar size guy on him, and he just eats. Bro.
You know they're gonna put Kuzma on him, right?
Randall might leave that game with 30, 40, and 25 rebounds, bro.
I'm actually glad I have worked there because that game is so winnable. I don't even want to bother.
They're gonna do Kuzma, or if they feel like Kuzma needs to be off of him to be able to score, they're gonna do something stupid like Denny at DJ or something. Because teams have been putting guards on him or smaller wings on Randall recently as of late.
They put the stronger guards on him. Yeah, they put Denny's even worse than Kuzma.
Yeah, Denny can defend wings, but not a jumbo wing like Randall, bro.
Yeah, if we're being absolutely honest about how Randall plays, he's a jumbo wing. We can say power forward, jumbo wings are power forwards in today's league.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like Kawhi Leonard is a powerful. He plays power forward.
Right.
But
he's not a power forward.
He's just a big wing.
He's just a big wing player. Just trying to take it easy, trying to keep some miles off his legs. That's all he's doing.
We were trying to do that with Melo. Melo was trying to fight off playing the 4. And then as soon as he starts playing the 4, he win 54 games.
Yeah.
Or 53 games, something like that.
D'Antoni
D'Antoni was begging him to do it.
Yeah. And Melo's like, I'm not 6'9", man. I'm 6'8". Oh, Melo, you still a power forward, bro. Don't matter.
Melo didn't want to learn how to have a floater.
Right.
All he wanted to do was try to keep attacking with his ever decreasing
jab step, pump fake, rip through, jab step, pump fake, rip through, pump fake, jab
attack,
step, shot.
run all the way to the rim with no vertical leap, no bounce, and try to jump, and then base your attack on the rebound.
Yeah.
But if we should handle them. RJ was at the game. Well, he came after, and he greeted like his teammates on the bench. He was in flip flops. It looked like he came out the hotel and like to greet his teammates at the bench. But he
out there looking like Uncle Freezie.
Yeah,
he out there with a hoodie and shorts and a flip flop.
He had a hoodie. He had full sweats on, hoodie over his head, and flip flops. And he walked to the bench and he gave a quickly.
He better have had socks on.
I think he had socks on.
He was out there in Crocs.
It was definitely flip flops. So he looked like he walked from the hotel to the game.
Yeah, he might have been getting treatment in the back too. You never know, like an IV or something.
Because the hoodie is probably to avoid light and all that other stuff.
Orange hoodie?
Nah, he was in something gray. He was in gray.
Oh, okay. I saw somebody look like him in orange.
If you look at the Knicks Instagram or Twitter, I think they have it up there. A clip with him and Quickly.
Oh, okay.
How y'all feeling about Quickly?
Love it.
Played well tonight.
20, right? 20.
Yeah, they ran we went down 7 and they just ran everything attacking Trae Young through Quickly.
Yeah,
we basically got what we needed.
Yeah, I'm all for it because every team, it may sound silly, every team needs a guy like Quickly. Some teams have it, some I don't. But every team needs a guy that's not afraid to shoot. Every team needs that.
Fighter pilot mentality.
Yeah.
Like Freezie, even though he shot poorly against the Celtics, I wish Tibbs kept him in the game just for him to keep shooting.
Yeah.
Because that 1 for 10, he got timid. And you don't want him timid. He needs to keep his fighter pilot attitude. But I think he's also about his efficiency and he reads his numbers too.
Yeah.
So he's trying to maintain a balance because he wants to get paid too.
I don't think that dude has bro. I've seen that dude, and I know I tell a story all the time about how my homeboys bought tickets on my birthday to go see Kentucky and Carolina. And bro, I don't think he's a human being, bro. I think Emmanuel Quickly is an android. I think legit when everybody else go to the hotel and wind down and get treatment, I think they put Emmanuel Quickly back in a charging station. They just dock him up like a robot, bro.
They put him up in the closet like Bender.
Yeah,
Futurama.
Futurama.
Yeah. He doesn't really have an apartment. He has a closet that he just sleeps in.
Yeah, man. I think
he wakes up to go hoop. That's about it. That's all he
That's
did.
it. That's it. I think Emmanuel Quickly is the Winter Soldier, bro. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, man. Because for him to have 17-9 against Charlotte and then go 1 for 10 against Boston and look terrible, and then come back against Atlanta and get 20 points and 4 assists?
I think he had 10 in the fourth. He had 10 in the fourth.
Yeah. He had 4 assists, 0 rebounds.
That's what those sparks off the bench do.
Yeah, man.
They do. They ain't consistent. They streaky, but
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's approaching consistent at this point.
You say he's approaching what?
He's approaching consistency at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, he's getting it.
That Boston game is the only bad game he had all year.
Yeah, that's the outlier. Yeah.
In other years, he probably had 3 or 4 mediocre games by this point of the season.
He was Quickly was definitely the guy that had 6 or 7 clunkers a month. And I know that sounds like a lot.
Well, from the field, but on defense, he's committed to that. But on offense, Like you'd have them clunkers where his
Yeah.
efficiency would just lapse. But he's cleaning all of that up, all of that stuff up. Even if Tibbs is kind of so with his minutes, I want to say I do appreciate Tibbs not overplaying Josh Hart tonight.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Josh Hart played over 30 minutes,
yeah.
but it wasn't like I think his minutes usage was, I guess, like his rotations tonight were better to me. Even though yes, you would like to see Deuce get some burn
Right.
or um or Jericho, right? But I can't fault it too much, even though we did fall behind by like some points. I can't fault it too much in terms
Right.
of the rotation. I think he gave Deuce McBride a little blow in the first half. I don't know how many minutes Deuce played, maybe like two.
One.
One
1 minute.
to play
Yep.
defense probably.
Yep. Yep.
But
And he
yeah.
was effective. And he was effective.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
just I'm okay with the rotation tonight. I want to
I'm
give
not.
Randall his props.
I'm not. I'm not. I want to give Randall his props too, but the rotations tonight, um, I think there was a stretch in the game where we could have stretched on them boys, right?
Pulled
Uh,
away.
yeah, I think there was a stretch in the game where we could have pulled away when Atlanta tends to stagger DeJounte Murray and Trey Young,
Yeah, we don't
right?
stagger over here.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't stagger it makes no sense for us to stagger Grimes and Brunson because Grimes is not, whatever. Every
We
team
don't
is different.
stagger. We supposed to stagger Brunson and Randall like any norm. Like if RJ's out, you must make sure your game plan is to have either Brunson or Randall on the court at all times, one or the
Right.
other.
Right. With Quickly. You have to have Quickly as the conduit between those two.
Yeah,
In my opinion,
yeah,
either when you take Randall out, you have to have a second scorer on the floor.
yeah,
You can't just have one scorer on the floor because that defeats the purpose of staggering your scorers.
which is
You know what
which
I'm
is
saying?
why like I don't understand why Quickly didn't start. I mean, you could just make Quickly go to the bench first at like
Right.
the 5 6 minute mark.
Yeah.
Let Brunson play out the quarter.
Right.
Let Randall come out and let Brunson finish the quarter, being the
Right.
offensive player, and then bring Randall and Quickly back out to start the second quarter,
Right.
and let that hold while Brunson is resting up, and then you bring him back in. Like it's not rocket science. I think most teams that have two high usage type guys, they stagger them. They don't take them both out. It
Right.
just it's just not really. It helps bolster your bench when you do it that way.
Especially against a team that starts in theory 2 point guards.
Hmm.
So it's not like you have Mike Conley and Anthony Edwards starting against you.
Yeah,
Y-
it's 2 point guards.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can live with that, and it's I'm looking around the league, and it's well, to get back to the point, we had like a prototypical Randall game where Randall got his shot attempts up early in the game, and then he
Right.
found the flow and he found the rhythm. I think
Right.
he hasn't really found that rhythm because it might sound bad, but RJ being good immediately out the gate almost every game, it kind of makes Randall take a back seat, and then he has to find his within the flow of the game
Right.
instead of him grabbing the bull by the horns in the first quarter like he did all year last year,
Right.
and then RJ would have to get scraps, over the course of the game. But
Okay.
I think we need to go back to like I don't want to say force feeding Randall, but Randall needs to be more aggressive just to find his footing in the game, and he did that tonight. Like he took, I saw it's a statistic. He took 6 shots in the first 3 minutes and 10 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
Only 5 other players in NBA history have ever done that, like, or have taken more shots in the
Right.
first 3 minutes of the game.
Right.
So, like, I think he established himself pretty early, and that put
Right.
him in the mindset and got his jumper going throughout the game. And
Right.
I think we need to go back to prioritizing Randall getting off the fast starts
Yeah.
because when you do that, it helps him get in the flow with his jumper because Randall's jumper is hit or miss. But
Yeah.
once he's prioritizing, he's gotten going, and his jumper is going to get going. He's going to have the rhythm throughout the game. Whereas where it's looking like RJ and Brunson, they're looking like their jumper is going to be fine no matter at any point of the game. At this point,
Right.
it don't matter that they're in a rhythm or not. They'll figure it out with
Right.
those two. But Randall, I don't think you have to take the Randall will figure it out approach. I think you have to emphasize him and use him early in games to get him going. And then when he's going, it's an avalanche when we have the other guys going on their own whenever they need to.
Right. Right. And I think part of that too is when you remember that it should be better to get Randall going when he's got fresh legs because Randall is always also a perimeter scoring rebounder.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a perimeter score. He's a perimeter scoring rebounder. So when his legs start to go, his shot starts to go.
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
when you gotta take advantage of when you have him fresh early in games and get him
right,
going, rather than taking the not I want to say lazy approach, but just the just the approach where it's like, okay, Randall will figure it out. I don't think
right.
every player can just figure it out. If that
No,
makes sense.
now
Like every
everybody's not built that way. Like Randall's archetype is rare.
yeah, he's not a machine. He's well, he's a freight train.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's not gonna wake up out his sleep and hit 20 jumpers in a row like Ray Allen would.
When I think of Randall, I think Buffalo Wings, right? And not the Buffalo Wings like that. It's the logo, the
Yeah,
big ass buffalo with little teeny wings. That's what I think about when I see Randall, because he's that guy, the big guy that does little guy stuff, right?
yeah.
Like 8 assists, shoots the three, all of that type of stuff. And I know in a vacuum, you're like, well, man, LeBron James can, I saw LeBron do, and I'm like, man,
LeBron is LeBron.
yeah,
That's not
if
a
you put
fair.
Randall in a category with LeBron, don't
There's
look
a
at LeBron,
reason
look
why
at Randall.
yeah, like there's a reason why there's only one LeBron.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah.
Not
Um,
as a jab to Randall, but there's more players similar to Randall than LeBron in
I
history.
don't,
So,
I don't. Well, okay,
in history, similar, not exactly
yeah,
like you'd say like a perimeter rebounder. If Charles Barkley played in today's game, his game would be pretty similar to Randall, except he can dunk on
finish at
someone's
the
head.
rim.
Yeah, but in
Charles
terms of the
Barkley would be the league MVP. Charles Barkley would be better than Giannis. A 26-year-old Barkley is probably league MVP right now.
yeah,
Yeah, and
I
and,
mean,
and
Freezy, that would be like if we gave Randall explosiveness, he would
right.
be in an All NBA talk. Well, like first team All NBA talks repeatedly.
Yep.
If he had explosive like Barkley explosiveness,
Yeah. Barkley explosiveness was
flying
nuts.
tank with
Nuts,
long
bro.
arms,
Yep. Yeah.
flying tank with
Yeah.
long arms.
With attitude, with Draymond Green attitude. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh
Man,
my, yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's just
But
it's.
how about this? How about this question? Are the Knicks about to go on a run?
I'd have to see the schedule, but it should ease up. It should be easing up, right?
It should be easing up, right? Yep.
We got 3 more games on this road trip.
Yep. So we beat
Then,
Atlanta. We have Washington and Charlotte. Then
ooh,
we're at Minnesota.
that's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah, I think we got them.
I think they're a good team, though.
Yeah, they
Not that
are. They are.
I think they're a good team. Like I'll say this, like because it's a road game. It's, like road games are not easy in the NBA unless you're playing absolute trash. So,
Right.
and that's gonna be I think the getaway game. It's the last game, and those are
Yeah.
always the toughest.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think we should take advantage of these next two, right? Because I'm pretty confident we can win these next two,
My
and then
I okay.
I'm not gonna be too mad if we lost to the Wolves. I think we could beat them without a
No,
doubt.
we
If
gonna beat the
RJ is
Wolves.
there,
Yeah, we gonna beat the Wolves, bro. No problem.
Wolves got blown out by the Suns tonight. So,
Yeah, the Suns are the team that I'm nervous about.
yeah, because they still haven't been completely whole yet.
Right.
They haven't. They're like 11 games deep. And Beal and
Yeah.
Booker, Katie, that is that is very tough to guard.
Yeah.
You really can't hide Brunson.
No. No. So in that game, you already know it's gonna be a certain type game. So you just bring all your ammo to that game. You
Better
know what
bring
I'm
your
saying?
jumper to that game
Yeah, yeah. And
and the rebounds too.
see the Timberwolves game. I think they play right into our hands. Right, they're not going to be out there pot shotting from three. They're going to be try to get everything at the rim. Their best scorers is a guy, Anthony Edwards, that likes getting to the rim. Call Anthony Towns as a shooter. He's very good, but he's a guy that likes to put the ball on the floor, get to the rim, go to the free throw line, even though he's not doing it at a high clip this year. Nas Reed, same excellent 3-point shooter for a big, but mostly wants to jump shoot, go inside. Rudy Gobert, Duncan Monster. You already know what it is with him. Everybody else, Jade McDaniels, Mike Conley, Kyle Anderson,
I think that
Shake Milton.
I think they're not this overwhelming offensive team, but they're a very good defensive team. I think they're like number one. Well, before tonight, because
Right.
they got blitzed. The Suns were just hitting everything from three. But I think they're like their offense is. I don't know if it's middle of the pack, but from the games that I've watched, they've been okay. They haven't been this offensive dynamo, but if we're talking about like their shot profile, it's relatively normal in the league because normally because they play Cat at the four a lot,
Yeah, that's a
and
mistake.
they play Gobert at the five for 30 minutes a night,
A
and
lot.
we're the Knicks are like they're built to
Will
handle.
they be suspended for that game?
No,
How many games they got suspended?
only Draymond got
Or did
suspended.
did they just get fined?
Only Draymond got suspended. They got all fine though.
Okay.
Clay got 25,000. Rudy Gay got 25,000.
Rudy
The
Gobert?
Rudy Gobert, not Rudy Gay. Rudy Gobert
Yeah.
got 25,000, and
Right.
the Jalen McDaniels got 25,000. Only
Right.
one that got suspended was Draymond. So they'll be there,
Okay.
but well, we don't know what's gonna happen a week out from now. Guys be missing games for everything now. We
Right.
just we had our best player out with migraines for the last two games. So
And he was at the game in the arena. He having migraines, but he is in an arena. Yeah, yeah.
he had to be in the bag with headphones, noise canceling headphones on. Ain't no way. He
But
came
he
back.
is on the floor
He
hugging his
walked
teammates.
he walked out on the floor, but he don't look. If you saw his face, he just doesn't look right. I don't know if that makes
All
sense.
right, man. I had to come back, man. My fault, y'all. My
Salute,
bad.
Coach. But
Salute.
yeah, he just didn't look right. At least I don't know if I'll post the clip in the private chat if I see it again.
Right,
But he just didn't look his normal self. Like he had his hoodie all the way on
right,
and like headphones around his neck, I believe. So he definitely wasn't trying to hear anything.
right, right.
Not
Yeah,
headphones, but
but
like it looked like
with
earphones.
migraines, it's light and vibration too.
Yeah. Every little thing can trigger you.
Every little
Maybe
thing. Yeah.
maybe he's feeling a little bit better, but he's not all the way back. And probably playing in the game would have made it worse or
Bro,
regress.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I
And
was
I've
in the
had migraines
military,
before, so like I wouldn't want to be
bro,
around nobody or nothing. I'll be in a
right.
dark room by
Yep.
myself.
Bro, no lie, bro. When I was in the military, I was boxing. I fought a guy, and I beat him. He beat me up, but I won. Basically, you know, a close fight. Judges You know, I did enough to win every round, right? Man, I got out of the shower. I was in the shower, showering off, and I had all these scratches all of it. Felt like somebody had cut me with razor blades. You know that they say the death by 1,000 paper cuts. It felt like that, right? So I was like, the soap getting on you, like what it is I had carpet burn, so to speak, sunburn all over my body because from where dry gloves rub up against dry skin. That's what I had, right? So I'm like, and I'll never forget going back, like dabbing myself so I don't rub it. And I reached for the lotion, bro, and I got a headache, man. And I was laying in the bed soaking wet, couldn't even, bro. I put the
Function.
pillow over my, bro. I put the pillow over my head. My roommate came in the room and tapped the bed, like, "Hey, what's wrong with you, fool? You butt naked." This is what he telling me, right? But wet and butt naked with a pillow over my head, right? And so he was like, "What's wrong with you, man? Is you crazy?" And when he tapped the bed, all the vibrations just went through my body, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was just like the migraine was so bad, bro. I'm telling you, I had to go to sick call, bro. I had them dudes, man. I had them take me to sick call. The lady was like, "Yo, you having a migraine? Do you have a history of migraines?" I was like, "No." She was like, "What did you do? Why do you, you know what I'm saying?" And I was like, "I'm a boxer." When I told her that, she just shut off all the lights in the thing.
Everything made sense there.
Yeah. She
You know,
turned off all the lights, all the machines, everything, and just left me in this room on one of those leather recliners. And I just stayed in there, bro, with no light. And my migraine was so bad that when people was walking down the hallway by the door, I could hear like they high heels hitting on it. And
oh,
even that was driving me crazy, bro.
yeah. It,
Yeah.
Either that or it had to be at the late stages of it. But I don't either or they're lying about what's actually wrong with him.
Yeah, with RJ, yeah, I think, yeah.
I
Migraines
hope
ain't no joke, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, they migraines. That's why when you said RJ was in the arena, I was like,
like that didn't make no sense to you.
yeah, yeah. RJ must be dealing with some type of medical condition that they keep in undisclosed. You know what I'm saying? Because the same thing happened to him the past 2 years, like some undisclosed. They were like, last year it was, or 2 years ago it was what, flu-like symptoms. Remember that?
Mhm.
Yeah. So RJ may have some kind of condition or something.
Yeah,
So
because I'll post the thing in the private chat if you want to see it. Because they post them walking back to the tunnel and he's just walking slow ish. I
yeah,
just posted it in the chat,
yeah, he might have some
private
kind
chat.
of condition. So yeah, man, I'm excited though about the Wizards game. I ain't gonna lie.
We should be able to handle him without RJ. So
Should be, and I think those guys, um, Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma, their personalities play right into. Okay, we do.
you
Yeah,
there?
okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. RJ there. Yeah, with bro, I think he got some kind of thing going on.
He might have a bug, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or maybe a fever or flu or something.
or something, something.
Because he's like wrapped up in extra sweats. And I know it ain't cold in Atlanta right now. So
Nah, no, no. But yeah, I think Jordan Poole's style of play and Kyle Kuzma, both of them, their personalities, I think that's exactly what Jalen Brunson need to get back on track. Can't
mm,
wait to see a man try to guard um Jalen Brunson.
they don't have anybody that can guard you.
Nah, nah,
Like not even in the slightest.
nah, nah. I don't think so. But Kyle Kuzma is the one that kind of scares me a little bit.
because he can
But
get hot.
yeah, because he can get. I think Jordan Poole can get hot too. I think both can get hot at the same time, and we still win.
Yeah, because they're not going to win the rebounding matchup. They're not going to win the
No,
paint
no,
points. And they're not going to take care of the basketball. So when
no,
you
they
talk
are
about
not.
those three things all at the same time, when I was talking about like things that give us room for error, those are the things that we usually gives us room for error. Because anytime we shoot anywhere near like league average from the field with our full ensemble of cast,
Right,
while doing those things, we usually win by double digits or
right.
like 20. So
Okay,
we can survive. We survive even shooting terribly because we do all those other things,
right,
and they're not
right.
playing no defense. So
No,
we're not gonna shoot badly. No point.
no, we ain't. No. The Wizards allow you to shoot 49% from the floor, bro.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. But the more ironic thing is the Dallas Mavericks have a worse defense than that. They allow 49 and a half.
But they
And
have
they're like
that.
10-3 or 9-3 or something.
Well, who they played is kind of not
Yeah,
great basketball teams. At least
yeah,
not yet. So, but we have to also take into account like they have the two most efficient isolation players in the league, perimeter wise.
right,
If we're just call it spade a spade. So when it comes down to it and the game slows down, they have the trump cards
right,
against those lesser teams. That is,
right. Yeah, so I think we'll be all right.
yeah, we'll be all right with
We'll be all right. We'll be all right in the next few games. We just got to get through the weekend, right? Washington and Charlotte. So I plan to be in Charlotte Saturday. I don't know where I'm going to be sitting at. I'll probably buy tickets the day of. I don't know.
that. Yeah, well,
Unless something
that's when
comes
you
up.
that's when you get them real good, real cheap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll probably buy tickets day of. So
And then move down.
yeah, and then yeah, it's Charlotte, bro, and
Yeah,
they losing,
listen.
bro. I might sit next to Tibbs. You know what I'm saying?
You might give them some pointers
Yeah, yeah. Give him a lozenge. Stop yelling, Tibbs.
and put in deuce.
Yeah, put in
We,
Deuce,
we,
man,
we not why we running a 7-man rotation against the Hornets.
against the Hornets. Yeah, but I don't want to overlook the Wizards, but
I mean, you have to take everyone seriously because they are NBA players, and you can lose to anyone at any given night.
right.
But if we do what our calling card is, we shouldn't really have issue with them.
If we can execute that, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. If we can
I
execute
mean,
that,
the best thing that Mitch could have did this offseason was build up his stamina
yeah,
because that stamina took him from like an 8-9 rebound guy to every night 12, 13, 14, even against other good rebounders. Capella had three boards tonight for you. Three.
yep, yep. I saw that.
That man was bullying him.
Yeah, Capella's washed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Capella is.
Capella's a good rebounder until he runs into someone that does Capella stuff, but that is also 7'1" instead of 6'10".
Right.
Capella ain't no real 7-footer.
I don't think he's a starter no more.
I think depending on where he's at, like for he would start and be decent for like the Mavs or something. Not great, but decent
Okay.
because they struggle with rebounding over there.
Nah, Derek Lively is a baller, bro.
But you need more than just him to rebound.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we have good rebounding guards. We have Randall. Like their leading rebounder is Luca.
Okay.
That's not good.
No, that's not good at all. But Luca's a great rebounder, though.
He's a great rebounder, but if your leading rebounder is the guy that also has the ball damn near the entire game, that's not good.
Yeah, yeah. I watched Derek Lively, bro. That dude's gonna be a star, and I mean a STAR exclamation point, bro.
They
That
got him
dude,
shooting threes out the corner.
bro. The dude is he's only playing 24 minutes a game, bro. Tonight against the Wizards, he was 7 of 8 from the field. Derrick Jones Jr. was 2 for 5. Derrick Jones scored 20 points in one game against the Wizards. We already know what the vibe is going to be.
They let Derrick Jones score 20.
Yeah. That's like
Tim Hardaway had 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not very serious. Quickly
imagine what Quickly's gonna do in his hometown.
Quickly might go. He gonna have tickets in there too, because ain't nobody at the game for real.
Yeah, man.
So you gonna have some home cooking that night and some family.
I was talking to Jay Boogie earlier. If I didn't have my hands so full, I would have took off tonight and went to DC and just hung out, and then went to the game Friday, and then drove down to Charlotte,
man,
and then came home, bro. We do that down here, bro. We do that down here, bro. Like you'll take you a couple of days off, bro. Get on that road, put gas in the car, man. Stop at you a 7-Eleven to get some of them Slim Jims and Pepsi, bro.
You love you some of that I-95.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Go there and then come back down to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Come back down to Charlotte Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Or not Friday night. I'm sorry. Saturday morning. Take that drive. Go to the hotel or the Airbnb. Take a nap. You know what I'm saying? Go to the game that night.
Get right back to it.
Yeah.
Not the 95, the 85.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, the 85.
Yeah, from DC, yeah.
Yeah, the 85, not the 95.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, we still got stuff going on here. Once we get past this little financial hiccup we in,
it's only temporary. All that stuff is temporary, man.
Yeah, man. We get past that, man. And then, the sky's the limit after that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. Things happen.
It's life.
Man, yeah. That's all I got though, man. You want to have the SGA conversation or no?
Well, what about SGA? How he's the most overrated and unimpactful player in the league?
No. Ironically, no. I told the chat this morning that I think by this time next year, RJ Barrett may be close to being better than SGA.
Oh no.
Yes, absolutely.
You think RJ gonna average 30 a night?
He won't have to average 30 to be better than him.
You know,
RJ won't have to average 25 to be better than him.
You know, SGA is like top 10 in defensive field goal percentage. Period. Like he's averaging 30 and holding guys to 39% from the field when he plays defense.
I'm looking at the defensive metrics right now. RJ Barrett is one. Wait a minute. RJ Barrett is, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4th in the NBA in defensive rating based on guys playing more than 20 minutes a game.
That's nice.
Yeah. And SGA is not even close. I'm still looking for SGA. I don't see him.
So give me. So basically you're saying RJ's gonna turn into Kawhi. Or something like Kawhi.
No. Basically what I'm saying is RJ is probably gonna be
it's hard to compare RJ. I think RJ is just his
Jimmy Butler
thing. Well,
Jimmy Butler is
that was his closest college comp coming up.
Yeah. And so the thing is, like I mentioned this morning, is when you're a Knicks fan, you always say, no, our guys will never be good. And then drool over, not you, I'm not talking about you. But I'm saying, but Knicks fans will drool over some, like dudes are like, oh my God, Tyrese Maxey. Right. If the Knicks didn't stunt Emmanuel Quickly's growth, if Quickly
something similar.
If Quickly if we had Maxey and they had Quickly, we would be drooling over quickly. Oh, man, you're quickly. Because
Because quickly
Tyrese
we'll be
Maxey got to
playing
play with
23
two
minutes a game.
MVP level guys. Two level
Yeah,
MVP.
I was gonna say Freezie, and he was playing 30 minutes a night from his second year.
Right,
Quickly has never played 30 minutes a night.
right, right.
He's playing like 38 minutes a night right
As a
now.
matter of fact, they cleared out the roster so Maxey can play. But you can do that when Joel Embiid is an MVP caliber player and James Harden is an MVP caliber player. You can do that.
And they gave him
Right.
some time to grow. And
Yep.
this is
Yep.
this is the end result.
Let him make his mistakes. Get him out of the way early. Because Maxey could come down and make 3 mistakes in a row and you can go down by 3, right? And then you just run a clear out for James Harden to get that deficit right back. Right. But in Quickly's case, Quickly make 3 mistakes in a row. Tibbs is going to want to snatch him, damn near call a timeout. And then when you go to the deficit, when you like,
We
okay,
got to grind our way throughout that deficit.
Nah, we're just gonna give it to Kemba Walker in the ISO.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
No. We're gonna let a guy that doesn't really know how to run pick and roll
Alec
for
Burks.
the entire year.
Yeah.
That is actually basketball malpractice. But the reason they did it is because I think they knew Brunson was already gonna come here.
Yeah.
That far out. They knew from that far out it was a done deal at that point.
Yeah. I think the thing about SGA is it, like, for those that actually watch basketball and don't daydream about basketball, you know SGA was raw. SGA his first year was 10 points a game. And then you put him next to Chris Paul and Dennis Schroeder and let SGA play through mistakes, right? And then so by the time Schroeder leaves and by the time Chris Paul gets traded to Phoenix, SGA is ready to break out because he had an on-the-court teacher teaching him everything. And for those that don't believe it, everywhere Chris Paul goes, some young guy becomes somebody. And if for those thinking I'm lying, look at the early part of his career when they coupled him with lottery bust Tyson Chandler. And then look at him right now with Moses Moody.
Freezie,
And then
he made Tyson Chandler into, like, not the first rim runner, but he made it much more of a commodity, like a normal thing. Because before it was like Marcus Camby, and then it was like, and Marcus Camby had to slow down and become more of like a jump shooter as he gotten older. After Chris Paul like basically reclaimed Tyson Chandler and made him a player, then he did it for DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, who was a nobody, a second-round pick out of Texas A&M.
Just an athlete. Run and jump.
Just an athlete, bro.
Run and jump.
Yep.
Don't even think the game. Just get to his position and see ball, get ball.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So and same thing with SGA. The same Devin Booker. Devin Booker has not been back to the NBA Finals since Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go before Chris Paul. He didn't go after Chris Paul. But right now, Devin Booker is probably a top 15 player in the NBA.
Yeah.
He wasn't that before Chris Paul.
No.
Right? That's what I'm saying about SGA.
He learned how to win. And to say another thing, as far as like letting guys make mistakes.
Right.
They let SGA have a young team by himself and just they just threw the ball out to him. Just like, SGA, do whatever you need to do. Figure out how to score with limited spacing. Figure out how to do all these crafty things. So when we do get you the requisite talent that matches your skill set, have at it. Score 30 points a game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm saying about RJ. RJ didn't have a Chris Paul. As a matter of fact, he had the opposite. RJ Barrett had players around him that made him worse.
Yeah, like when Julius first got here, his skill set was not meant to help RJ Barrett.
But it wasn't just Randall though.
It wasn't just him, but it
was think about the backcourt. The starting backcourt was Elfrid Payton and Wayne Ellington.
Oh God.
Right? It wasn't
Think
just
about
Randall.
the draft picks that were around him. Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, wasted
Yeah,
draft picks that were meant to be complementary type players, but they never figured out a way how to complement anybody while they
bro.
were
Yeah.
here, at least.
Instead of getting players that were going to make him what we should have done when you drafted RJ is
Should have
go
got
out
a
and get
stretch big.
well that and a veteran point. My thing has always been if you're not going to draft the point guard of the future and let them struggle together, then at least go get Mike Conley at a minimum, right?
Discount Chris Paul.
Yeah. Go get somebody who knows how to at least get to the playoffs and such, knows how to run an offense, right? We started RJ Barrett and Alonzo Trier together on opening night.
and, and by the end of the year, RJ was figuring it out, and
Right.
then COVID happened.
But what I'm saying is what I'm saying is SGA had a better situation. You know what I'm saying? SGA, they saved him if SGA was on the Clippers still, that man he wouldn't be who he is.
He'd be like
And
a 6 man.
and I know he's talented, right? I know he's talented. But what I'm saying is if they would have just left him on the Clippers, him and Jerome,
Williams.
no, not Jerome Williams, the draft pick, Jerome Robinson. They
Robinson.
drafted them, they
Oh,
drafted
I'm
them
thinking about
together.
Junkyard Dog. What am I thinking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I meant Robinson.
yeah, they drafted them together 13 and 14, but the Jerome Robinson from Boston College. And then they brought in Landry Shamet. What kind of backcourt is that, bro? Them dudes would have been trash.
They
Those
had
dudes
him on
would
the
have
bench, and they had like Pat Beverly in front of him and
who
Lou
Pat Beverly doesn't
Williams
know how to
in
run
front of him.
yeah. Pat Beverly don't know how to run an offense, bro. He not even a leader. He just and Pat Bev thinks he's a leader, but he's an energy guy.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But that's what I'm saying about RJ. RJ and Quickly are figuring it out basically by themselves.
With
If you
one
would have
hand
had,
handcuffed behind himself. Like,
yeah, and you got Quickly sitting the bench behind Alec Burks and
it,
Evan
like,
Fournier.
they don't have anybody that's a translator for them. They're like learning a language, the NBA language on their own. On the
Yeah, but
floor.
Chris Paul is the Rosetta Stone.
That's what yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could have went out and got Chris Paul overpaid for him, and whatever it is you would have paid for him, it would have been worth it. That's why I was
Because the
saying,
young guys behind them, they would have leveled up, and then Chris Paul would
right,
go on his way.
right, and
That's just like what he did for OKC. All those young guys, Dort,
right,
SGA,
yep,
they
yep,
leveled up in profile and skill and game, and then
right,
he left.
right. That's why I was
And,
saying
and Booker's leveled up from being a very good player to a top 15
to
All
a great
NBA.
player. Yeah. That's why I was saying that I wouldn't have minded if the Knicks would have went all in for Russell Westbrook. Not because Russell Westbrook is gonna lead your team to a championship, because he's not. Right? Russell Westbrook is a smart player that can't do it no more. Right? Chris Paul is a smart player that can't do it anymore either. Right? But Russell Westbrook thinks he can still do it. That's the difference.
Yeah, Chris Paul is straight master splinter right now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about RJ. People always point out, no matter people's Knicks fans' disbelief is always going to be centered around disbelief and not analytical thinking, right? Because people are going to say, man, he's only done it 7 games. And then when he does it for the year, they'll be like, oh, that's just 1 year. That might be a fluke. I need to see him do it another year, right? And then they'll be like, well, he only made 1 All-Star team. I need for him to make 2, right? And this is the slippery type conversation that we get into with stuff like with sample size and such.
Yeah.
When your eyes are clearly telling you
his decision making and processing is completely different.
Right.
So even if we talk about like the aspect of, his jumper won't be 50% from the field, that's fine. Even if it isn't, he'll be more efficient overall just because he's thinking the game at a higher level. The game is slower for him now.
Right. Yep. It's the same thing. It's the same thing they say about Randall. Like Julius Randle. I need to see Randall in the playoffs. Right? Like when Randall first got here, they're like, "Oh, he ain't it. He's dubious handle." And then you make the playoffs with Randall 2 out of 4 years across 2 different regimes. And this year right here, Randall struggled early, but it looks like he's turning the corner, getting healthier, right? And so what Knicks fans are going to say is this season don't matter. I don't care if you make the All-Star team no more. I just need to see him in the playoffs. And it's that slippery slope of conversation is you got to be careful on who you're speaking and having the conversation with, because kicking the can down the road does not provide answers. That's why when people say things like, and I'm not saying the sample size thing is it, but when people say about Randall, man, anybody can make the All-Star team, and we need to see Randall in the playoffs because last time we saw him, he was bad. Yeah, last time we saw him, he was bad, but
He
he
was
was
also
also
injured.
injured. Yeah, and the last time you saw him in the playoffs, he was also playing with a very, very young team, right? Nobody on his art.
And a coach that would put in a would start Alfred Payne for the majority of the series up
Right.
until the end, and a coach that would put in a cold Frank Ntilikina to stop a player that was already on fire.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So no matter
Matter of fact, Freezy, if Mitch was playing that series, we probably would have won this series.
against Atlanta, right? Yes,
Baby Mitch, not even Mitch right now.
right. Because we couldn't threaten the rim because Nerlens Noel couldn't catch.
Oh, Stonehands. We couldn't score in transition because
We didn't have
Reggie,
athletes.
Reggie Bullock travels on fast breaks.
He caught a pass like Randy Moss ran it into the end zone. Yeah. Hoodie
Hey,
Cab almost jumped off the second deck when he saw that. We were in the suite, bro. We were in the suite, bro. I had to grab Hoodie Cab by the shirt. He was ready to legit jump out of the suite onto the court, bro.
Wherever you are, Hoodie Kev, I hope you're doing all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's go Jets. Yeah, man.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, man. So yeah. So the thing with IQ and Grimes and Quickly is that they're getting better. It's just they were handcuffed from day one.
Yeah, and
You know what I'm saying? They were handcuffed.
When you tell people development is not linear, this is the reason why.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's not gonna go in the progress you might think it will. Like they're getting the pieces that they need to get, but it's not gonna be whole until it's whole in
Right.
this process.
Right.
You can see guys get like some guys can just get better incrementally. That's like the most ideal way. But sometimes the way of the learning process is and the skill acquiring process is sometimes it pops overnight and they figure it out. Like the growing pain or like the big moment of growth in terms of RJ's process was in the playoffs, game
Okay.
2. And
Right.
we weren't anticipating that. There was nothing during that season that said RJ would do that in that moment. And he grew
Right.
almost immediately for when we needed him to. And he's
Right.
held on to that and he's grown on from that.
Right.
So it's hard to be patient when you don't see the growth like like a lot of guys. But you have to take into account we're not growing players like normal lottery teams would.
Right. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you a random stat that's gonna make you laugh.
Yeah.
Right. So of all the 467 players that have played NBA basketball this season, RJ Barrett in 7 games is the best defender in the NBA for players that have played over 30 minutes.
A game
Yeah.
or 30 minutes to
30 minutes a game.
That
And I
shows.
know, people.
Freezie, I'll say this. That's going back to where he was in his second year,
Right.
and I think if you look at him, he's lost a lot of that weight that we told him to put on.
Yeah. And I know people are not going to believe me, right? So here's the source, NBA.com, and here's the list. Because I know people aren't going to believe me, right? But the first player is Kenrick Williams, right? Played one game, played 14.9 minutes, right?
Mhm.
His defensive rating is 71.9. But come on, bro. We already know what that is. That man only played in one game. The second player is RJ Barrett on this list with a defensive rating of
You
99.3.
got to hit defensive rating to sort it though. But I think what do you have it sorted on the far right? What's the
I'm gonna scroll over. Hold on. I'm gonna scroll over and show it to you.
because I didn't know if it was the defensive rating over there or the defensive win shares.
No, it's on.
You have it on win shares,
Okay, so it's on win shares.
which is
Okay,
still a very good
that's still
statistic.
impressive. That's
That is
even.
that's
No, it's not
excellent.
sorted. It's not sorted on win shares.
It is because look, it's highlighted. You have it pressed on it, and you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
the,
yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let
that's
me go back here to this.
that's very impressive.
All
Defensive
right.
rating,
So
then it kind of shows everyone that has the tiny sample sizes,
yeah, I want to
super
go up
duper
here.
tiny sample
And where
sizes.
do you go? Where do you sort it up here by minutes?
Um,
Because I want to do 30 minutes or above,
I
and I
don't
didn't
know if you
see it.
can. I don't know if you can do that. Per mode, try per mode and see.
Yeah, I looked
That's
at that, and it's per 100 possessions, per 36 minutes. No, I don't want to do that, man.
per 100
Yep.
possessions is probably better.
Probably better. I'm going to try per 36 real quick though, and then I do
36 is
that.
hard because it just extrapolates like all types of
It
jump shots,
projects. Yep.
and
Yep.
you don't want to. You got to select it too, the defensive rating, because it went back to win shares. See, it's on win shares. See, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to
It's
project that, but
weird.
per 36, per 100 is a little bit
A
more,
little bit better. It
but
still projects out, but
it still projects, but it actually uses per whatever. But it's hard to figure it out when you have the tiniest sample sizes. You need like cleaning the glass, but you got to pay for that, which is
yeah.
which is a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the defensive win shares is actually a very good statistic.
That's very impressive, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Just seeing that alone, that's crazy.
Defensive win shares is pretty accurate in terms of showing impact over the course of games. And he's like, I think the thing that's also helping is he's playing like when we talk about our second unit, he's playing with smart defenders, guys that can help him be more aggressive on defense,
Right.
help him get out in transition. And if we like looking at our second unit when RJ is there and he plays with the second unit, we obliterate teams when we start like games out in the second quarter. Waiting for our
Something
starters to get in that
changed.
game.
Something changed here, bro. Because now they have Randall ranked 13th and RJ ranked like 25 or 21
For what? But you got to see where it's sorted at. Where
defensive win
it's the,
shares.
what did you change?
I
How
put
did
it
you
back
change it?
to the original setting to total.
Totals,
Yeah,
totals. Yeah,
yeah. That's where it's at right now.
I think you had it by per game, a per game base. Totals just adds up because RJ's only played 7 games. Tatum has played every game this year.
Yeah,
So
that's
has
true.
Randall has played every game.
Yeah, you're right. It was per
So when
game.
you
Yeah,
so when you have it by per game, then it's a little bit different. Whereas Kenrick has only played 1 game,
right.
and all the other guys is being compared to have played multiple games.
Yeah. So RJ
And
Barrett is yeah,
his defensive win shares per game is very high.
very high, bro. Very high. Very high.
The other ones are Tatum. Like when I mentioned that Tatum is a very good defender,
Tatum and Drew, yeah.
I wasn't bluffing about that. Like it may
Tatum
not,
and Drew and Jalen Brown,
yeah, 1 shares per game.
yeah. Porzingis,
Yeah, their whole team is
wow.
up there.
That whole team is, yeah. Julius Randle is still 24. Bro, Randle's defense may be underrated. I don't
They got
know.
Jalen Green there, right under
You,
Randall.
hey, have you seen Houston's defense, bro?
They won like 6 or 7 games in a row, something like that. They got
Houston's
that center. That's like
Alperen Sengun, bro.
they got him playing defense. He's like a baby
Bro.
dope.
Yeah. 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 It doesn't depend. It don't matter. Like, it depends on what the atmosphere is like. That's what I'm saying. Like certain teams, man, they'll say certain guys don't play defense, blah, blah, blah. But
You got to
bro,
put them in the right environment.
yep,
And
yeah,
some coaches can get through to some guys. Like some guys are whisperers. That
yep,
makes sense.
yep, yeah. Like if you ask me which Boston Celtic assistant I prefer more, Will Hardy, um,
Or
the
Missoula.
guy in Houston or the current guy,
Jaime, Will Hardy, or Missoula.
yeah. I think
That, I
Missoula
think
is the most creative offensively.
I think yeah, but in terms of like in planning a culture,
Yeah.
the Ime Udoka is definitely the best one.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
I would take
because
Will Hardy over
remember
him.
remember when they went to the finals, they started out like 500, and then he just like, yo, y'all gotta fix this, and this, and then he just
Right.
went on a run, winning a ton of games.
Yo, Will Hardy has marketing playing small forward, bro.
I'll say this: marketing plays small forward on the Cavs too,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he has the versatility to do it, but he never did it on the Bulls
No, because
and
the coach the Bulls had was dumb.
Boylan's and Boylan's.
Yeah, he was trash.
Speaking of trash Bulls coaches, that man up there right now is not doing too hot.
Billy Donovan.
Nah, he's not. I don't think he's a bad coach. It's just that organization refuses to just give up and just rebuild. I
Bro,
think
it's
they got to
Chicago,
make
bro.
Billy Donovan. Just think about to make Billy Donovan a lame duck coach
It's
for one more
Chicago, bro.
year.
That's who they are.
But like, look at those names that he's up there with, like notoriously good defenders. Like in that top 15, the only guy
Mhm.
that I might be iffy on is like Kyle Anderson, and he's just a super smart defender. But
Yeah,
everyone else there are names that you expect to see there in my mind. Franz is a damn good defender. Claxton is a very good defender. Well, no, Carter is a very good defender. Gabe Vincent, we saw him in the playoffs. Even though Brunson gave him buckets, he made it tough on Brunson. Anthony Edwards is a good defender.
yeah,
Dylan Brooks speaks for itself. Jalen Brown speaks for itself. So
right.
that's good company to be in.
Yeah,
If we're talking about guys that have played 7+ games and however many minutes, he's probably at the top of it for defensive this year. So
man, DeAndre Ayton is a monster, bro.
what
I
makes you say that?
I don't know
On
what
the
people.
glass, he is. His offense hasn't really come around right now, but you figure it out.
Yeah, because he's playing with Portland is trash, bro,
Portland got a bunch of guards injured like right now.
and they
I don't
trash.
I don't know. I don't even know who their starting point guard is right
Skylar Mays,
now.
Skylar
Scoot,
Mays.
Scoot and Anthony are both out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Shaden Sharp ain't that guy yet.
Oh, he's
He
scoring for himself. He's getting his, but he doesn't know how to play with other
Yeah, he
players.
scores in transition. He's a great scorer in that semi transition, semi running where
Yeah,
he can use his athleticism.
yeah, and
But
he scores in that. I don't want to say it, but that Vince Carter way where he just
yeah,
pulls up whenever he needs to because He's
Yeah.
already 6'7", and he jumps really high on his jumper, and his release is like a flick of the wrist. So you
Yeah.
can't really contest it, even if you want to contest it.
Right. I wasn't gonna go that far with him. I think he's gonna be Jason Richardson
Hmm.
in that. But I understand what you're saying about the ease in which he does everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that he is Vince, but I'm just talking about like a.
Yeah.
But
But no,
there's overlap in Vince and Jason Richardson. Like there's a lot of overlap in what they
there's
did
a
there.
lot of overlap. Yeah, you're right. You're
So
right. Yeah,
they
man.
like they all took. I say Vince had more range, but Jason Richardson could shoot the three ball
He
at a
could
high
shoot
clip,
the three. Yeah,
and it was
man.
all a flick of the wrist. And he got to
Right.
the rim whenever he glided to the rim.
Right. Right.
It's just I think Vince had more violence with his game. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Explode. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He was just violent, and Jason Richardson was. Even though Jason Richardson had some nice posters, he
Yeah.
was more. He was more Clyde Drexler and then as Vince Carter was like violent, like Michael. If that
Right.
made sense. Like there's two different types of high flying athleticism.
Right. Right.
There's the violent, and then there's the floating.
Yeah.
But I
I think
think
Vince
that
Carter was more the Dominique Wilkins
yeah,
type. Um.
that's violent.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was gonna say in a smaller package.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Not that he's big like Dominique Wilkins, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's all I got, man. I don't have no more trolling to do. I guess I'm all trolled out. I'm all trolled out, bro. Um, let me see. Quickly and Maxi are the same player. RJ can be better than SGA. Grimes can be all NBA defense. Mitch can be all NBA defensive player of the year.
uh,
Yeah, I
about
think that's all I got.
one thing about Grimes, they said bruised hand, but they haven't checked the X-rays. Yeah, that's what Tip said. So
Bro.
bruised hand, your hand. If you break a bone, that's a bruise
Right.
initially until they do the X-rays and then they see it's a break.
You know what confuses me, bro? How does a billion-dollar organization not have an X-ray machine?
In the arena, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't
And
tell you.
and the, and the, and
Because
if
we
you're at
because we got MRIs and X-ray machines in the garden.
yeah. And how do you not just take that man to the hospital?
I think it can happen so late in the game that he might be at a hospital like right now.
He may be in the hospital at a hospital right now.
But if it happened in the first quarter, we would have known already. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Because it happened in like the fourth.
I think
So
they know and they're just releasing news late.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's when we wake up, man, we'll probably see something quick. But if this is just a bruised hand, bro,
He calling himself.
absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
What if it's a sprain? Because from what it looked like when I saw the clip and I played it in like slow motion, he like swiped his hand and um Bogdanovich was doing like a rip through move to go to the
At the
rim,
same time, yep. Yep.
and like his arm got pulled in and like snapped. Like it may be his wrist where his hand
Right.
got bent,
Right.
or he just got hit really hard.
I think it happened I think it's a freak accident.
But if he got hit on the top of his hand, it's hard to break it that way. Rather than the opposite, if you get hit in the palm, then yeah.
Right. Right.
If you get hit in the top of the hand, it's more plausible that it's a bruise or a bone bruise, right? But
Right.
if you get hit
Right.
in the palm, your hand is more likely to break in that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Salute Greeny. Salute Greeny. Chat.
Salute Greeny. You got to tell RJ Barrett to get out of street clothes, bro.
They ain't even in street clothes. That man is in sweats, man. He not even dressed
Oh,
up.
he in dollar store clothes. You know how you be seeing them chicks in the dollar store?
Man,
Like,
he in pajamas, man. At the game,
yeah,
in
he in
pajamas and
pajamas, bottoms, and Crocs. Oh my God.
Puma
Anyways,
slides.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for rocking. The Knicks win. That was dope. Knicks Morning Drive in the morning coming your way. 9-ish. Something like that.